Kadosh Boker or Bekiim Halacha 4, day 46, page 115. Siman 26. We are on Siman Kavav. We're talking about only somebody that has only one tefillah, which means only one tefillin, one pair of the two of the tefillin. So it says like this. Okay, there's halacha bet. מי שאין לו יד, מי שאין לו די ממון לקנות תפילין שלה ותפילין של ראש, אלא רק אחד מהם. יקנה תפילין של ראש. What happens if a person only has money to buy one tefillah? Meaning, let's say the set costs you $1,000. I'm just making it very cheap and very just easy for the money, yeah? So $1,000. So $500 is each pair. So he only has $500. So what should he buy? The tefillin shel yad or tefillin shel rosh says over here, you should only buy the tefillin shel rosh. Okay, next, halacha gimel. Let's say a person has a wound on his head. And he can't put on the tefillin shel rosh. The next tefillin shel yad bidvad, he's only going to put on the tefillin shel yad. The same halacha would apply. Let's say he's got a cast or whatever it is, and he cannot put on the tefillin on yad. So yaniach tefillin shel rosh bilvad. So he's only going to put the tefillin shel rosh. Halacha dalit. Somebody that has to run. He doesn't have time to put on the tefillin shel yad. אלא רק תפילין של ראש, only תפילין של ראש. אם יודע שאחר יכול להניח תפילין של יד, if he knows that afterwards he can put on the תפילין של יד, אז הרשאי כאלה להניח תפילין של ראש, so then he's allowed to put on the תפילין של ראש. And then afterwards he's going to put the תפילין של יד. אבל אם יכול להניח כעת תפילין של יד, אזי כעת, יניח כעת התפילין של יד, ואחר כך יניח של ראש. But if he could put the תפילין של יד, it's better to put on the יד, and then afterwards put on the ראש. אבל אם יודע שאחר כך לא תהיה לו של ראש, but what if he knows he won't be able to put on the תפילין של יד בכלל? אין עוד רשאי לצאת לדרך, he can't go out. משום ייחור דרכו לא התירו לו לבטל מצוות עשה של תפילין. Because of that he's going to be late, they didn't permit him to come and to annul the mitzvah of tefillin. Look in the footnote 115. The Rosh ruled that if someone needed to leave town, and he had no time to put on tefillin shel yad before leaving, he may put on tefillin shel rosh only at that time. He does not need to be concerned with the general rule that one's wearing the tefillin shel yad when putting on the tefillin shel rosh, because here he has no choice. Again, Avraham commented this ruling applies only if the person is going to confident that he's going to put it on, right, the shel yad later on in the day. If he will not be able to put it on the tefillin shel yad afterwards, then he must take the time to put on the entire tefillin before embarking on his journey. We can deduce from this that as long as he's able to put on the tefillin shel yad at the same time that day, he's going to be okay. Okay. Now he says, according to this explanation, I'm skipping to the bottom where it says Machzit Shekel explain. He says if it's possible to put on the tefillin shel yad before going on the journey, but not possible to put on both, it's preferable to put on the tefillin shel yad and not tefillin shel rosh, because that way at least he doesn't infringe on the order. The order should always be tefillin shel yad and then rosh. Okay, what about if you only could put on one? So if someone has no choice but to leave the town because others are forcing him to, or if he needs to attend a life-threatening emergency and he's capable of putting on either or, and he'll not be able to put on the other one the entire day, he should choose the tefillin shel rosh. This is the ruling of the halacha brura based on the Tzorah Chaim. Fine, halacha 5 on the top. Halacha hey. What happens if a person only has one tefillah of Rashi and one of Rabbeinu Tam? Interesting, no? Think about it. Let's say tefillin shel yad of Rashi and Rosh Rabbeinu Tam, or vice versa. So he says, put them on. They don't impede each other. And if it's going to be shel yad of Rabbeinu Tam and Rosh is Rashi, tefillah shel yad below bracha, and then put on the tefillin shel Rashi of Rosh, and you make the bracha of mitzvah tefillin. And if it's the other way around, if it's the Yad of Rashi and the Shel Rosh Rabbeinu Tam, make the regular bracha. Because remember, you're never allowed to make a bracha on the one of the Rabbeinu Tam. Because once we pass on like Rashi, that's it. Okay? Look, number 116. He says, Ashkenazi Jews always say the bracha val mitzvah tefillin when putting on tefillin Shel Rosh. Therefore, if someone has the tefillin Shel Yad of Rashi and tefillin Shel Rosh Rabbeinu Tam, he should just say the bracha laniach tefillin when putting on the tefillin shel yad, and no blessing at all when you're putting on the tefillin shel rosh. We never make a bracha on the tefillin Rabbeinu Tam. Okay? And the other way around is the same halacha. Halacha vav, last halacha. מי שזקוק לעבור טיפול רפואי ועקב לא יוכל להניח תפילין של יד או של ראש, או שניהם גם יחד לזמן מסוים. Imagine somebody has to have a certain type of a surgery, and he won't be able to put on tefillin shel yad or rosh at all. And it could be for a little bit of time. אין עליו שום חיוב להמתין בטיפול זה עד לחול המועד או לערב שבת. He doesn't have to wait for Erev Shabbat or Chol HaMoed or Erev Yom Tov or why? Because then you don't put it on the next day. ובפרט אם יהיה זה על חשבון מצוות עונג שבת ויום טוב או מצוות אחרות, ואין חובת המצווה אלא על כל יום ליום זה. So to mean it, every day has its own obligation. So the person doesn't have to think 1 second, you know what? Let him postpone the surgery until Chol HaMoed, that anyway there's no tefillin, right? In order to, he's not obligated to do such a thing. This case touches upon the halacha discussed in the found Lekach Tov by Rav Yosef Engel, the response to Yeshua Moshe. Applied the discussion and arrived at this conclusion that basically each one is an obligation in itself. The last halacha, which is Siman Kav Zayin Sif Aleph, Makom Anachat Tefilin Shliach Bizro Bismol. The place is you put it on the left hand. Obviously, we're talking about for writing. But if you put it on the wrong side, you're not going to be Yitzadeh Chovah whatsoever. Okay, this the Gemara says 3 sources why it has to be fastened on the left arm. Number 1, Yadicha, which is going to be your arm, means the left arm, right? That's going to be number 1. Number 2, Rabbi Natan pointed out that the Torah, the mitzvah of time, is always going to be with writing on mezuzah. The teaches is just like a person writes with his right hand, so too he must tie with the right hand. So it has to be on the left hand, obviously. And the third one, which is going to be Ravashi pointed out, it's a pasuk of Yadicha Yad Keha. So therefore, right, Yadicha means left arm, or Yad Keha, your weak arm. Okay, so now, although this is the ruling, great majority of the Achorim, the Kavach Sofer brought down that if someone made a mistake and put it on the wrong thing, right, he still fulfilled the mitzvah. In practice, the Betoved said that if someone made a mistake and he put on the beracha and he put it on the tefillin on his right arm, he must repeat the beracha and put it on the left arm. Okay, that is the Kavach also qualified this ruling, explaining that it applies only if a person has already placed tefillin shalosh on his head. But if he didn't do that and he realized that he put it on the wrong one, so if he could just simply take it off and put it on the other one, because he still didn't complete the mitzvah, and therefore there's no problem.